Hello everybody, my name is BearCozy, and today we're playing some Awaken Chaos Era. Now, if you're joining me for the first time, I strive to make not only entertaining, but also educational content, and I try to put as much value into my videos as I can. If you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back and watching my videos. I value every single one of you. So today I actually wanted to talk about why your team is failing, and I have 8 reasons why. Reason number 1, you're missing glyphs or skills. As you can see, my Connor is missing a lot of glyphs, and I have a lot more work to do. Now, if you did not know, glyphs actually affect your hero's base stats, and all of your gear scales off of their base stats. So not only do glyphs provide you with the much needed base stats, as you could see here, but also when you upgrade a glyph tier, that will also increase your boost stats as well. So you're missing out 2 improvements there. And of course, if you are not upgrading all of your abilities all the way, you could be missing much needed cooldowns or the much needed effects from your skills. Number 2 is synergy. Synergy can make or break your team. The reason why I have Connor going first is so he can go ahead and put up buffs to not only increase the damage output of my team, but also activate Nathalia's trait so she can then go ahead and kill everybody. So if your synergy is wrong, your team will have a much higher chance to fail if your synergy is wrong. And of course, synergy goes right into rotation. If your rotation is incorrect, for example, I have Nathalia going first because she does the most damage, followed up by Zalux. Zalux not always can kill all the enemies by himself, so I have Nathalia going first for that reason. Number 3 is gear. Is your hero missing gear, or are you running flat stat boots? That is something to keep in mind. Now, when you are looking at gear, you want to make sure that not only do your damage dealers have 100% crit, but also you want to get as much crit damage as you can. As you can see, I am missing 3% on Nathalia, but that doesn't seem to be affecting her that much. So keep an eye on your hero's gear as well as your hero stats. Make sure you're not running flat stat boots. Make sure you have the correct ring that you need for your type of hero, and make sure all the other stats are correct as well. And this can actually break down into a few more things. And since we're still talking about gear, the first reason under gear could be you're not doing enough damage. Pay attention to your damage dealers, not only attack, but also their crit rate and their crit damage. The second reason can actually be speed. Are your heroes under 100 speed? If so, that is a big no-no. Try to get your speed at least to 130. As you can see, Aurak here is at 120. He is working just fine for me, but all my other heroes are over 140. The other thing to keep an eye on is your hero's health, and if your heroes are under 9 or 8,000, that is a big no-no, and that means they will be going down very, very quickly. And since we're talking about health, maybe your team is just not receiving enough heals. Now, Rodira is my main healer, and I can't seem to pull anybody else, so I did have to level Rodira, and she is my main healer for the time being. Now, as you can see, Rodira has 17,000 health, and that's primarily because her heals scale off her max HP. So 2 things come into play here. Not only does she need enough health to survive the waves and the boss so she doesn't die, but she also needs enough health to be able to heal the team. And since her heals scale off of her max HP, you want her HP as high as possible so she can provide enough survivability so our team can do their job. Hey, you're still watching the video. That means you're enjoying the content. And if you're enjoying the content, that means somebody else will also. Click the subscribe button below and help this video reach more people so they can enjoy it as well. Reason number 4, not knowing boss mechanics. Now, looking at Tulpa over here, you could see that Tulpa has an unremovable shield that blows up if not destroyed and basically wipes your team. So knowing boss mechanics is key to not only building your team, but also making sure they're successful. Number 5, elemental advantage and disadvantage. Now, looking at the elemental advantage, you could see that heroes that have an elemental advantage over the enemies deal 50% more damage. So if you're going into Roaring Tulpa, for example, you need fire heroes since they are strong against wood. If you go into Roaring Tulpa with all wood heroes, chances of success go way, way down, and you need to bring extremely good gear. So knowing which heroes have an elemental advantage and disadvantage can make or break your successful run. Reason number 6 is not understanding your hero's traits, passive abilities or their ultimates. Now, looking at my Nathalia, Nathalia is actually a single target damage dealer, but her trait provides her for every positive effect that she has. It allows her to hit more than one enemy, which is very, very nice. So understanding your hero's traits, passive abilities, and their ultimates is very, very key to success of your dungeons. If we look at my other damage dealer, Aurak, who I am using in Tulpa, you could see that his ultimate actually removes all positive effects from the target, deals 200% damage, and the damage scales with a target's max health, making him very, very good for boss fights. And likewise, looking at my only healer, Rodira, her trait not only increases her max health, which of course synergizes with her heals, but looking at her ultimate, you could see that her heals scale off her max HP, so upgrading her skills and also stacking HP on her is a very good idea. Number 7, not watching the battle to see what's actually going on. As you can see, the queen is using her Aqua Cage to lock out the target with the highest attack. That happens to be Hakrin, and I did that on purpose. Now, Hakrin's attack is just a little bit higher than all of my other heroes, and I did that on purpose by leveling his weapon just a little bit higher than Gangelo's. Now, Gangelo and Santos are both poisoners, and poisons do not scale from their attack, so their weapons are not leveled up all the way. And to make sure that the queen did not lock out my poisoners or my healer, I ended up giving Hakrin more attack than anybody else by a little bit, and that ensures that the Aqua Cage lands on Hakrin and everyone else is free to do damage and heal. Reason number 8 is spreading out too thin, and what I mean by this is making too many 50s and too many 40s and forgetting to not only work on their gear but also forgetting about glyphs, forgetting about skills, and just basically having resources in too many areas and lacking focus. As you can see, I have a whole bunch of 50s and 40s, not all of them are leveled, and some of them are not only missing glyphs but also missing skills, so that is a major no-no. Right now, my dungeons are working as I want them to be, and I am working on leveling more heroes. But before you start leveling a whole bunch of 50s, make sure you have a team to complete all the dungeons necessary to get your good gear. So there you have it. There are 8 reasons why your team could be failing. Hit the subscribe button down below to help me grow the channel. Also, hit the thumbs up button to help the YouTube algorithm reach more people like you. If you've enjoyed the video, leave me a nice comment below. I hope this helps you. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.